social media, hot topics, our economy, technology, or interaction. The Michael Garfield Show on the 950.
Be your superhero, or even if I tumble fall, I'm okay. You know I need you desperately.
And now, the world according to Garf.
All right, just about 51 minutes after the hour. Welcome back. It is Michael Garfield. This is the world according to Garf on a fun Friday, on-air blog Friday. We're going to get back to the calls on the other side of the hour, 713-212-5950 here on the big 950 KPRC. Big radio signal goes, almost all the way to Austin, halfway up to Dallas or so, which is good because if people are listening and they're just moving to the area and they want information about what's going on in, let's just say, Southeast Texas, maybe buying a home. See that segue, Shannon? That's how I do it over there. This is for you because this is our it's our weekly chat with Shannon Register. It's called the Real Estate Rundown. There's a lot of homes in Southeast Texas right now, aren't there, Shannon?
There are a lot of homes for sale, a lot of homes going up, too.
I forget, my mom she probably still has a real estate license years and years ago. If you have a real estate license in Texas, you can sell homes all over Texas, or is it just Houston type of thing?
All over Texas.
All right, can you find me a nice little ranch in Amarillo?
Of course I can. Of course I can.
We'll go ahead and concentrate here on the Houston area. First, and I got to continue to give you congratulations. Your Sunday show, you have a Sunday show, 1 o'clock right here on our radio station. It's going well. Do you like doing the media, the radio thing, too? Because you're very good at it.
We love it. I started out in real estate having a blog, and then we kind of moved to the video and now to radio. And, we've been doing the radio for a few years now, and it's just really a better way to reach consumers because we do put out the videos of all the radio segments. Mm-hmm. And so it's a great way for them to get their questions answered. We have call-in numbers so they can get their questions answered. And it's great because when they have certain questions on topics, I can send them an expert talking about it. If they've got a question about doing seller financing, well, I can pull that radio segment where I talk to an expert attorney on that, and send it to them. So it's just a great resource for information.
FYI, this is a public service announcement to anybody looking to do media. Radio is the most effective way to reach people. That comes from Shannon Register right now. Your Sunday show, it's call-ins. You want people to call in and interact. Give me a question or two. What is something that always comes up? I have, from a technology side, I got the standby questions. Which computer should I get, or what's the one smartphone? Is there a standby question or two that you continually get from listeners when it comes to homes?
I would say from buyers, it's now the best time to buy because they always want to buy at the bottom. From sellers, it's what do I need to do to improve my home before I sell it? And for every seller, it's different. I need to see your house. I don't know what you've done and what you haven't done to it, or how you've torn it up. So it's different for every seller. So I would say home staging's real popular right now. A lot of people watch HGTV and the other shows and think they know how to stage their home. So to go in and kind of give them some pointers. Those are the main questions.
It's been a while since we've sold a home. It's probably eight years or something like that. I just remember one tip some realtor told me. I don't know, this may be something that you as a realtor get. They said, put fresh lemons in there because it gives a nice smell in the kitchen. I don't know what's that.
Put them down the disposal, put them out, and they have these nice fancy bowls you can stack them in, and there's so much you can do with lemons.
And get rid of your kids and pets too, because
yes.
Because I remember we sold our house. We had three pretty little kids, and
That's
to keep
tough.
your house totally clean.
It is. It's tough.
You can't let them eat. You can't let them do anything
right.
because you always want the.
You leave for work and you don't know whether buyers are coming through that day or not. So that is a tough one. It's something that all sellers have to deal with though, because most people have pets and kids.
It obviously, as a realtor, is this something that you go in and you help them with?
Obviously,
yeah. You sell, you represent, but also you can help that buyer too.
Absolutely.
And so for these sellers, you come in and do an assessment, going, okay, you need to just vacuum. You need a maid in here to top to bottom.
We do. And we have a professional home stager also, Mary Scally, that we recommend, and she does a great job helping our sellers as well. But yeah, when I go in to do my original listing appointment, I'm telling them things that I know right off the top that they've got to do, and there was actually a study done, and homes with pets in them sold a lot less often than the homes without the pets. So I always tell people, if you can put them with your in-laws, put them somewhere else, your neighbors, whatever you can do to hide the fact that you have a pet, your house will sell better.
Well, how about this? Just don't get a pet in the first place.
Well, that's true.
This message brought to you by PETA.
A lot of people love their pets, though. I don't know.
I guess so. Just keep them in the garage. It's a resale type of thing. Like, same thing, bathtubs. I can't tell you. I don't think anybody in our entire family takes a bath right now. I mean, I'd love to buy a house that doesn't have a bathtub. And you always hear that, well, it's good for resale.
Right.
Really?
Right.
If I'm going to buy another house, I'd buy the house without a bathtub right now. Some of these features in homes that people don't use, but why do you always hear it's good for resale?
Yeah, I know. Nobody uses the garden tubs much, but everybody wants one. They look nice.
It takes up a lot of room in your bathroom room.
It does.
Yeah.
It takes up a lot
I'd
of
rather
space.
expand the shower.
It does.
Fireplaces, too, here in Houston. Not a lot of people
don't
use
really
fireplaces,
need it. That's
too.
Right. That's right. The gas fireplaces, they heat up a room pretty quick.
They do.
You have to turn on the air conditioner if you're going to use it very often in Houston.
Yeah, they do. And obviously right now it's in January, obviously. I mean, I have, honestly, I've turned mine on over the past month, maybe, 2 or 3 times. But still, I'd love to, get that, maybe it's 10 extra square feet of space for maybe another sitting area.
Right. The nice fireplaces are the ones that go from one room to another. The wall shares a room and you can actually have the fireplace in 2 rooms. Those are nice. And I've seen those in a lot of newer construction homes now. They're trying to really tighten the houses down and make them, really have features that work for the family and not lose so much square footage on things like that.
This is Shannon Register. She is my guest. Real Estate Rundown right now on Friday, obviously, and leading up to her big Sunday show, 1 o'clock right here on the 950, and the website is HoustonRealEstateRadio.com. It's tough on your radio show because you don't have a script, and I found this out when I first talked. People come out of the blue with crazy questions. Like I think I'm coming up with some questions for you, but you got to be quick and snappy. And so, you ever been stumped?
Well,
this is your expertise.
The thing is, a lot of people don't call in with questions until they have a major problem, and you're hearing this major problem, going, "Wow, there's a lot to tackle here. It's not a quick answer." And so we'll kind of dissect it and kind of give them an answer, and then sometimes it's even you have to call and follow up and go, "Okay, what else is going on here?" Because there's a lot of stuff that led up to this, and so sometimes people call too late. I say call in whenever you have questions, and that way it doesn't get to be a big mess when you're calling in.
And you have a special hotline that people even could call now.
Yeah, you can call in your questions, 281-882-8088. You can call in anytime, 24/7. They're recorded, and then we answer them on the air.
That's pretty smart. See, I only work 6 days a week. You do 24/7.
Well, a lot of people are driving. A lot of times people are driving when they hear us on the radio. So, this way they can go to the website, HoustonRealEstateRadio.com, see the phone number, call in anytime. Some people don't have time to do that until midnight.
Exactly.
When they have kids and dogs.
I'm answering emails, all the time. Shannon Register is here, HoustonRealEstateRadio.com. A lot of the show topics in your future shows, I can imagine economy is such a big thing going on right now. Obviously, I don't know if we've teetered off the fiscal cliff. I don't know what that decision is.
Did we patch it? Did we just put a patch over it?
I have no clue. I stay away from that type of thing. It's just as long as milk doesn't go up. People keep saying milk's going to go up like that. But the economy, obviously, people are influenced. Is this the time to buy a home, to sell a home right now? So you particularly have to have your heartbeat and your pulse of what's going on with the economy.
Right. And, there's going to be an impact on real estate from this whole fiscal cliff situation. The question is, what's that impact going to be? We don't really know yet. We're still kind of waiting to see. I've actually got Jim Gaines coming on, not this weekend, but the next weekend. He's the chief economist for the Texas Real Estate Research Center at A&M University. And he's going to be tackling some of those questions for us, really giving us some outlook on the new year and also tackling some of those questions on what does that fiscal cliff mean for real estate.
Really? You got an Aggie answering that question? I mean, come on.
I do. Well, that's where our Real Estate Research Center is. So we go to them for a lot of information.
This coming from the biggest Longhorn you're ever going to meet right now. I kid because I love, and she knows it all. Listen, I appreciate you stopping by this Sunday, every Sunday right here, 1 o'clock. It is HoustonRealEstateRadio.com. Go check out the website. Her name is Shannon Register. Ask her anything you need. If you need a realtor, she is the one to do it. So I'm looking forward to listening this Sunday and talking to you next Friday.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks.
Top of the hour, folks, on the Michael Garfield program, 713-212-5950. We got one more hour. Phone lines are open, so talk to me.